Deep within the forgotten cemetery, our heroes confronted horrors beyond imagination. In their desperate quest to rescue Thalia Duskwhisper from the clutches of the Order of the Eclipsed Hand, they faced a nightmarish Boneclaw, an abomination of bone and malice. As chaos erupted in the ancient mausoleum, Kaelin made the ultimate sacrifice, vanishing into the shadows to buy his companions precious moments of escape. Meanwhile, in the gaslit streets of Drakestide Cove, Krothar Cloudwatcher walked a dangerous path with the ancient vampire Cordelia Blackthorn. Within the seedy confines of the Broken Lantern, secrets were traded and promises made. But Cordelia's offer of power and knowledge, the key to unlocking the truth about Gloomfire Keep's fall and the fate of Littlehorn's family, came wrapped in shadows and waited with unspoken cost. And now, dear listeners, we return to our tale, as the echoes of sacrifice and the whispers of temptation intertwine in the darkness of Drakestide Cove. The streets of Drakestide Cove lay shrouded in a blanket of mist, the night air heavy with unspoken promises and hidden dangers. Flickering street lamps cast pools of sickly light, barely piercing the gloom. Cordelia, her movements as fluid as smoke, led Krothar away from the Broken Lantern, the sound of their footsteps muffled by the fog.
Krothar, you seek answers about Gloomfire Keep, about the monsters who butchered Valyria's family and raised it to ashes. I can give you those answers.
Cordelia's gaze never wavered, her presence enveloping Krothar like a shadow-given form. There was no trace of deception in her eyes, only a truth as ancient and immovable as the stones beneath their feet.
My network of spies, my doves, they see what others cannot. My resources, they're beyond your wildest imaginings, and I offer them all to you, Krothar, to find those responsible, for you, for Valyria.
Your offer is tempting, Cordelia. But trust, that's a rare commodity in this city. How can I be sure your help won't come with strings I can't see?
Krothar, I've walked these streets for 2 millennia. I've seen empires rise and fall, watched as darkness gnawed at the edges of this city I call home. I've fought that darkness, tooth and nail, for longer than you can imagine. You have a strength this city needs, a spirit unafraid to stare into the abyss. You could be more than just a protector, Krothar. You could be everything.
Krothar's breath caught in his throat. Part of him yearned to accept, to lose himself in the power and connection Cordelia offered. But Valyria's face flashed in his mind, her trust, her pain, her need for justice. His duty to her was a chain stronger than any promise whispered in the night.
I can't make that choice. Not now. There's too much at stake, too much I don't understand. I made a promise to her father, and while I could not save him, or the rest of his family, I will save Valyria.
A sad smile touched Cordelia's lips, a look of ancient understanding in her eyes. She nodded, accepting his hesitation without judgment.
As for the night that Gloomfire Keep and its lord and lady burned to the ground, I will find those answers, no strings attached. I will make you a believer. Time is a luxury I have in abundance, Krothar. Whether your answer comes tonight, tomorrow, or a century from now, I'll be here, waiting.
With a whisper of fabric, Cordelia turned, her form melting into the shadows as if she were part of them. Krothar watched her go, her silhouette fading into the misty darkness, her words hanging in the air like a lingering perfume. Alone beneath the sickly glow of a guttering street lamp, Krothar stood motionless. The weight of Cordelia's offer pressed down on him, a burden heavier than any weapon he'd ever wielded. In the quiet of the night, his thoughts roared like a tempest, doubt, curiosity, fear, and something else, something new and dangerous.
More than a protector, but at what cost?
The city felt different now, smaller, darker, filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered. And as the night wrapped around him like a cloak, Krothar found himself wondering if the darkness might offer more than he'd ever dared to dream. Krothar, the towering Goliath, makes his way through the shadows toward the company's headquarters. his mind heavy with Cordelia's unexpected offer of aid. The memory of their conversation outside of the rusty lantern still lingers, promises of uncovering the truth about the attack on Little Horn's family echoing in his thoughts. As his massive hand reaches for the tower door, a familiar voice rings through his consciousness. Little Horn's words carried by the enchanted silver ring in his ear.
Krothar, we found Thalia. She's alive, but we're in an old cemetery across town. There were cultists. They were trying to sacrifice her to a bone claw. We managed to drive them back, but Kaelin... We can't find Kaelin anywhere.
Hold your position. I'm coming.
As he turns to leave, movement catches his eye. There, bathed in the pale moonlight, stands Cordelia Blackthorn. Her alabaster skin seems to glow with an otherworldly luminescence, her presence both ethereal and commanding. Her eyes, deep and knowing, lock with his, a silent acknowledgement of the night's work yet to come.
Trouble calls, dear friend? Perhaps you could use an extra ally in the shadows tonight.
Your timing is impeccable, my lady. Though I warn you, where we're headed, the shadows have teeth.
The unlikely pair, the towering Goliath warrior and the ethereal noble, move swiftly through the darkened streets, heading toward the old cemetery where ancient stones guard secrets far darker than mere death. Behind them, the company's tower stands silent, its windows watching their departure like countless unblinking eyes. And now let's pause for a brief moment. The dice are in motion, but before they land, let's take a quick detour to talk about how you can help keep the adventure alive.
Even the bravest adventurers need to rest. But while our heroes catch their breath, you can help keep their journey alive. Step beyond the story and join the adventure at daysofourdice.com, your portal to all things Days of Our Dice. Explore our treasure trove of exclusive merch, support the show on Ko-Fi or Patreon, and help forge the next chapter of this epic saga. Your support keeps the dice rolling, the fireballs flying, and the legends growing. So whether you grab a shirt, sip a Fireball blend coffee, or simply spread the word, know that you're part of the story. Now, let's get back to the adventure.
In the ancient cemetery of Drakestide Cove, where crumbling headstones pierce the darkness like broken teeth, Malveth kneels beside the fallen form of Thalia Duskwhisper. His hands glow with a soft, healing radiance as he channels divine energy into her wounds.
Stay still, Thalia. The Raven Queen's grace flows through these hands, but the healing takes time.
From the yawning darkness of the mausoleum's entrance, shadows begin to move. 5 cultists in dark robes emerge. They fan out in a practiced formation, weapons gleaming dully in the moonlight. Behind them, something else stirs in the darkness. The Bone Claw, its massive form unfolding like a nightmare made flesh. Each of its blade-like fingers scrapes against stone as it emerges, the sound like steel across a gravestone.
Form up. Rook, take the left flank. Valyria, stay behind me. We must cover our spellcaster.
Still no sign of Kaelin. Hopefully he has made it out, or is laying low.
The Bone Claw towers over its cultist servants, its hollow eye sockets burning with an unnatural light. Its presence seems to draw the very warmth from the air, leaving nothing but the chill of the grave. Thalia stirs weakly under Malveth's care, her breathing laboured.
If that thing reaches Thalia, we lose everything she knows about the Order. We hold. Here. Now.
The scrolls in the crypt, they can't get them back. They took them from the company tower.
Whatever happens, whatever comes through that door, remember, the Raven Queen watches over us all tonight.
As if in response to his words, a cold wind sweeps through the cemetery, causing the cultists' robes to flutter like dark wings. The Bone Claw takes its first step forward, its movement accompanied by the sound of grinding bone and ancient hatred. The cemetery erupts in chaos as Little Horn's hands ignite with arcane power. The night splits apart with a thunderous roar as a sphere of pure flame materializes and detonates among the cultists and their monstrous ally.
Burn, you shadow swarm bastards.
The fireball blooms like a hellish flower, engulfing 2 of the cultist monks and catching the bone claw in its infernal embrace. Yet they remain standing, their dark resilience evident in their unwavering stance. Like a shadow given lethal purpose, one of the necromantic monks seems to flow through the fire itself. His movement is a blur of dark robes and deadly precision as he finds a gap in Kithri's usually impenetrable defense.
Fast little shadow dancer, aren't you? Let's see how you handle this.
Blood gleams on Kithri's armor where the monk's strike landed, but her response is devastating. Her counterattack comes with the force of a thunderbolt, her blade finding purchase in the monk's flesh. The cultist staggers back, dark robes now stain darker still.
Kithri, that thing is closing in. We need to end this quickly.
The battlefield has become a deadly dance of shadows and steel. The bone claw, though scorched by Little Horn's flames, lurches forward with lethal intent, its blade-like fingers reaching for fresh prey. 2 monks lie smouldering but alive.
Hold the line! Don't let them near Thalia!
A flash of steel parts the darkness like lightning. From the cemetery's deepest shadows, Kaelin materializes behind the cultist monks, his blade singing through the air. The monk never sees the strike as they crumple to their knees. In one fluid motion, Kaelin vaults over a fallen headstone to take his position beside Malveth. The cemetery erupts in chaos as shadows twist and dance among the ancient stones.
Miss me? Thought I'd bring back a little gift.
Your timing, as ever, walks the line between dramatic and desperate, my friend.
Kithri stands firm, her blades catching what little light remains. Behind her, Malveth continues his desperate work, divine energy flowing from his hands into Thalia's broken form. Each heartbeat is precious now, each second bought with steel and courage.
You'll find us harder to kill than most, creature. We've danced with death before.
The Raven Queen protects her own. This one's soul is not yours to take.
The bone claw surges forward, necrotic energy swirling around their form like a dark tide. Their attack is met by Rook's precise shot, the report of his firearm splitting the night. The bullet finds its mark, but the dark figure barely staggers.
Running low on options here, friends. Our guests don't seem to know when they're not welcome.
Then let's give them a proper farewell.
Magic builds around Valyria like a gathering storm, her hair lifting in an otherworldly wind. The runes on her skin begin to glow with an inner fire, casting strange shadows across the gravestones. The cultist monks hesitate, sensing the raw power gathering in her hands.
Whatever you're planning, Little Horn, make it count. We won't get another chance at this.
The battle reaches its crescendo as Kithri surges forward, her massive greatsword singing through the air. The bone claw, already staggering from previous wounds, faces her onslaught with dark determination.
Your time ends here, creature!
Her blade strikes true, twice cutting deep into the undead monk's form. Dark energy spills from the wounds like smoke, and with a final rattling hiss, the bone claw collapses into ash. The cultist, enraged by its companion's fall, whirls toward Kaelin. Its movements are blindingly fast, fists wreathed in necrotic energy as it unleashes a devastating series of strikes.
Your hospitality needs work.
Little Horn surveys the battlefield and the remaining enemies. She decides that the best tricks are often the old tricks. Her eyes blaze with arcane power as she weaves her hands in an intricate pattern.
Burn in the fires of your own damnation.
Another fireball erupts across from her, engulfing the Shadowcaster and necrotic disciple in searing flames. The Shadowcaster disintegrates instantly, while the disciple emerges badly scorched but still standing. Malveth, his holy symbol gleaming, channels healing energy to his wounded companions. Golden light washes over Kaelin, Kithri, and Valyria, mending their wounds.
The Raven Queen's mercy flows through us all. Stand strong.
Rook takes careful aim through the chaos, his pistol tracking Death's Grasp's movements. The shot rings out, true and devastating.
That's another mark for the ledger.
Kaelin seizes the moment, melting into the shadows only to reappear behind the cultist. His blade finds a vital point, drawing forth a torrent of necrotic energy. The necrotic disciple, desperate and dying, launches a final assault. Rays of scorching energy streak toward Valyria, most missing their mark, but one finds its target, singeing her arm.
Is that all you have left? Pathetic.
The battlefield falls into a momentary lull. The remaining enemies, the High Cultist and the gravely wounded necrotic disciple, measuring their opponents with newfound wariness. The tide has turned, but the dance is not over. The air grows thick with malevolent energy as the ancient mausoleum doors groan open, their rusted hinges screaming in protest. From within the darkened depths, 5 necromancer monks emerge. The remaining cultists rally at the sight of their reinforcements, their dark chants growing stronger. But before they can press their advantage, a primal roar splits the night air, echoing through the trees of ancient cemetery.
Your dark rituals end here.
Krothar, Cloud Watcher, bursts from the tree line, his massive frame silhouetted against the moonlight. His greatsword Gravesunder pulses with a powerful dark energy that seems to answer his battle cry, casting ripples of black, red light across the battlefield. In his wake, a different kind of darkness materializes. Cordelia Blackthorn steps from the shadows as if born from them, her movements carrying an otherworldly grace. The moonlight catches her alabaster skin, and her presence sends a visible shiver through the ranks of the undead.
How fascinating. Necromancers who fear true death.
Kithri's determined eyes lock onto the weakening necrotic disciple. Her greatsword whistles through the air with deadly precision, cleaving through the undead creature's form.
Return to the void that spawned you.
Cordelia Blackthorn steps forward, her alabaster skin luminescent in the moonlight. Dark power courses through her as she extends an elegant hand, shadows coiling around her fingers like living serpents.
Sleep now in darkness eternal.
The targeted monk collapses instantly, its necrotic energies dimming like a guttering candle. Meanwhile, Krothar's rage erupts with primal fury as he charges the High Cultist, Gravesunder becoming a blur of destructive force.
Your dark magic ends here.
Valyria moves her hands, now wreathed in flames. The air crackles with heat as she unleashes another devastating fireball upon the clustered group of monks.
Burn in the flames of judgment.
The surviving monks rally, their skeletal hands weaving dark magic. Magic missiles streak toward Cordelia, while another monk splits into mirror images of itself. Malveth raises his holy symbol high, divine light blazing forth.
By the Raven Queen's power, be gone.
Rook takes careful aim through the chaos, his enchanted pistol tracking one of the monks. The shot rings out with supernatural accuracy, reducing its target to scattered fragments of bone and shadow.
The Raven Queen sends her regards.
Kalen seizes the moment, his weapon flashing in the moonlight as he pursues a fleeing monk. The blade finds its mark with deadly precision, ending the creature's unnatural existence.
A swift death to those who defile the natural order.
The last necromancer monk flees into the gathering shadows. Only the whisper of its tattered robes breaks the sudden silence. But victory's sweetness is cut short as a hooded figure materializes atop the mausoleum, their dark silhouettes stark against the moon's pale light. Krothar surges forward, his newly acquired sword Gravesunder singing with anticipation as he pursues the fleeing monk. The blade cleaves through the air with supernatural eagerness, striking deep into the monk's skeletal frame.
Delicious.
By the gods, the sword, it speaks.
Dark energy swirls from the fallen monk's remains, flowing into Gravesunder's blade before suffusing Krothar's form with an eerie glow. The barbarian's expression shifts between awe and concern as he feels the sword's power coursing through him.
Cordelia's gift may be more than it seems.
As the party processes this disturbing development, none notice the hooded figure above silently melting back into the shadows, leaving only questions in their wake. Gravesunder's satisfied hum lingers in the air, a reminder that some victories come with unexpected costs.
What manner of weapon have I bound myself to?
First vampires, now soul-drinking swords. We must tread carefully.
The battlefield falls silent once more, but the tension remains palpable as the implications of Gravesunder's true nature begin to sink in. The sword's revelation casts a shadow over their victory as Cordelia walks up to Krothar, passing by Valyria, a soft glance in her direction. Gravesunder's dark revelation casts a pall over their triumph, a stark reminder that in the shadowed corners of Drakestide Cove, power often comes at a terrible price. What secrets lie buried in the sword's ancient history? What twisted bargains have been made in the name of strength and conquest? And what role will Krothar, the noble barbarian, play in the unfolding tapestry of fate? These questions and more will be explored as our tale continues. For now, we leave our heroes to ponder the implications of their newfound alliance with the enigmatic Cordelia Blackthorn. The night may have been won, but the war for Drakestide Cove's soul has only just begun. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the mysteries that plague this cursed city. Until then, keep your blades sharp, your wits sharper, and remember, in Drakestide Cove, even the shadows have teeth. Brave adventurers, your journey through the realms of Valyria has only just begun. The echoes of battle may fade, but the call to adventure rings eternal. Will you answer that call? Will you delve deeper into the mysteries that await, unravel the secrets of the Drakestide Coast, and face the darkness that threatens to consume all? The choice is yours, hero. Don't miss a single moment of this epic saga. Like this video to fuel the fires of adventure, and subscribe to our channel to ensure your place among the legends of Valyria. Hit that notification bell, and you'll be the first to know when new episodes drop. Until next time, may your critical hits be many and your fumbles few.